I'm here with one of our speakers. Could you tell us your name and where you're from?
Hi, my name is Dorian Greenow, otherwise known as Mr. Mojo, the founder of Keto-Mojo. I'm originally from England, but I'm based in California, having been in America for about 26 years.
Wow.
Hence, I got a weird accent.
Yes. Tell us what you spoke about.
So today it was all about hacking your ego, and I wanted to discuss about is nutritional ketosis the ultimate biohack, and trying to reason from first principles. And so we covered over, I wanted to take people back to the beginning. And if you look at the second and third trimester, women are in a light nutritional state of ketosis, very low, but not high. And that when that baby is actually born, there was a study done in Japan on 200 women, and they found that the placenta really high in ketones, like 3 millimole, which is like orders of magnitude higher than the baby. And it was this buffer zone. And if neurological development is the most important thing for us, and as children, as babies, is nutritional ketosis really good for us to hack our egos, our neurological development? And so we processed the story from there onwards through prehistory and development and to the benefits of a well-regulated ketogenic diet.
Very interesting. So what did you find?
So, if we are born in a state of nutritional ketosis, and that, breastfeeding is the most important thing for the baby during that first year. When you take a look at the composition of breast milk being about 55% fat, about 40% a carbohydrate, and about 5% a protein, if you look at those macros, you would probably think that, well, that's not keto. But because the fetus is fat adapted and is metabolically flexible, actually that child does maintain nutritional ketosis, low levels, 0.4s and 0.5s, but still nutritional ketosis. It's only then when we start to wean the child off that we kind of short circuit being in nutritional ketosis, because we start bringing in carbohydrates into the diet. But if you look at in history at the last 2.5 million years of ancestral food, it was actually ketogenic. It was only in the last 10,000 years that we ended up bringing in carbohydrates. And that started from the Mesopotamia, from the Levant region, which used to be a jungle, but then they cut down all the trees, ate all of the animals that was there, and then were forced to eat seeds. And those seeds became bread, which became beer, which then became what we started to eat. And that was 10,000 years ago. Fast forward here to the 1960s, when it was the American Farm Bill was get big or get out, and we started subsidizing corn, soy, and wheat. If you consider that the potato has only been in society for 400 years, before that it was in a very small area of Peru. Do you think our bodies are genetically disposed to be eating this nightshade plant that came from a small village in Peru? Do you think that our bodies are staying to be able to eat corn that was from a small region in the maize where the Pueblo Indians were growing it? No. But we have short-circuited ourselves in the last 40, 50 years, and now we have a massive prevalence of metabolic syndrome, childhood diabetes, type 2 diabetes. We have huge mental health issues because we've short-circuited our brain over this period of time.
So I noticed I have corn in my lunchbox today. Mm-hmm. So keto for dummies. If somebody's watching this and they want to get started, what are some basic things we can...
I'm very much a keep it simple kind of guy. So it is adequate fat, moderate protein, lots of above ground leafy vegetables. But let's pull back from those three phrases that is in there. The first thing is we have to understand what is the person's why. Angel, for you might be wanting just to biohack yourself in some way. For somebody who's overweight, when we talk about adequate fat, you don't need to be pushing too much fat. If you're already overweight, you want to be able to metabolize the bodily fat for energy. So you can pull back on that fat leader. Moderate protein. Protein is there so you can replenish the muscles that is in there. So the moderate protein is enough, sufficient for your lean body mass and your height, your age, your sex, and your weight. Above ground leafy vegetables. Pretty simple on that side that is there. When I first started, I tracked my macros for about the first 30 days. So I was working out what I was eating so I could learn it. Do I think people should be doing food trackers? No. Keep it simple, but learn for the first 30 days. The other thing I did was test with a ketone and glucose meter, because I think of testing is like a map and compass. If you're going to somewhere new, a new world, maybe you want to explore Italy and Italian food, maybe you want to explore Japanese food. The food map is one thing you'll look at. The other thing is the compass to guide you whether or not you're going in the right direction or the wrong direction. But when you go to work every day, you don't need a map and compass, do you? And so what happens is for us, as we learn ourselves, our bio-individuality, we are then able to, we test a lot to begin with, then the need to test then diminishes because we've learned the route, we've learned the way.
Absolutely. I think this is a theme that keeps coming up again and again, no matter who we talk to or what their field is, that if you're not testing, it's almost better you stop everything and just see, because there's scenarios where you're taking all this good stuff or doing all this quote unquote hacking, and then it's actually maybe even having an adverse effect because you don't know what's actually going on.
Yeah, doctors have a great phrase, test, don't guess. And measurement is the first step that leads to control. Once you can control something, you can improve upon it. And so that is how you can try and do the hack. And remember, bio-individuality is more important. Like Dr. Eric Westman talks about saying the 20-gram total rule. Well, why should one live their lives by the lowest common denominator? What if you are an elite athlete and you're training really hard? Could you do 55 grams of carbs, 75 grams, 100 grams of carbs and still maintain in nutritional ketosis? Could do. If you're like me and you see one muffin and you know that's going to kick you out of ketosis, then no, I can't do that. So it becomes the bio-individuality that becomes far more important and working your path, your way.
Very interesting. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our viewers? Most important thing they need to know?
When you think about nutritional ketosis, realize that it needs to become a lifetime. Diets will always fail. And it's only when you think about a ketogenic lifestyle, which is the way that I look at it. I love to travel the world. We're in 36 countries, and we love to eat on out. I don't do breakfast. I don't do lunch because I'm working at a conference like this, and I'm meeting people, and I'm Mr. FOMO, fear of missing out. And then I like to go out and have like a really great meal, and I focus on the things that I can rather than the things that I can't. And so I have a wonderful lifestyle of great food and also great wines, because to me, I don't want to be limited, but I'm still always in nutritional ketosis. It's the game changer.
Very interesting. Thanks for being here. If people want to learn more about you, where can they find you?
Keto-Mojo.com.
Perfect. Have a great time.
Thank you.